Hey, welcome back, Barbarians, to another Destiny 2 video. Today, Season of the Lost has just dropped upon us this week, and with it, a whole host of new loot to chase. And this weapon is a drop from post-Crucible rewards. I'm not actually sure if it drops from other activities or other places you can get it. But this is the Sorrow's Verse auto rifle. Now, this thing is new, not necessarily a new archetype. This thing looks beautiful. As you can see, it's Suros. It is Crucible related, as Suros weapons are. If we remember back, I think every archetype, when Suros, Hake, and Amalon originated, this was based around the Crucible. It goes in the energy slot. It fires arc damage. Especially with this season and it being a longer season with 6 months in total, there is an anti-barrier auto rifle mod, so I think this thing will see a lot of play, especially in PvE with endgame content that has champions, especially with the new Scorn champions that have just been released. This thing is definitely worth grabbing. Now, before we get too much further into the gameplay and talking about what kind of roles this weapon can get, please make sure to drop a like on the video. It is greatly appreciated, helps with the lovely YouTube algorithm. So yeah, and if you've been watching my videos in the past, greatly appreciate it. And make sure to stay tuned until the end of this video where I get a We Ran Out of Metals with this and a Reese Walker shotgun on Cauldron. Some very entertaining gameplay indeed. So, this thing drops endgame activity from the Crucible. Very common weapon drop, I would say. But now let's take a look at the random rolls. Now, it does come with a curated one, which I don't recall what it is. But as you can see here, let's just go kind of down the list of perks. First column, all your standard barrels for Asuros. Same with the second column. I would shoot for something like Hammer Forged. Rifling in the first column. In the second column, I'd probably go accurized rounds, PvE, steady, probably extended mag, or steady rounds is going to be a really good option. The number one thing that I found that this auto rifle lacks in is stability. So I'd actually go for a stability masterwork over anything else, to be completely honest. In the third column, we have Encore, we have Tunnel Vision, we've got Surplus, we've got 4 times the Charm, Heating Up, Feeding Frenzy, Subsistence, Killing Wind, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Zen Moment, Outlaw, and Tap the Trigger. Some of my favorite options here are probably Encore solid, Heating Up is great, again with that stability, Subsistence perhaps. I mean, there's a lot of great options here, especially considering auto rifles. None of it is necessarily required, like some weapons do have certain things that you really want to make sure you have on. So the role I have for PvP in the gameplay you'll see in the background is Feeding Frenzy with Rampage, of course the classic combination. And looking into the fourth column, Frenzy, Wellspring, One for All, Thresh, Elemental Capacitor, Adrenaline Junkie, Demolitionist, Unrelenting, Multi-Kill Clip, Harmony, which is a new perk. We have Snapshot and Rampage. So multi-kill clip, damage boosting, Rampage, another great option for both PvE and PvP. And then Harmony, another good perk. So PvE overall, I would probably choose some type of stability or reloading perk. My personal choice would be Subsistence in the third column, with the fourth column being, depending on the activity, either One for All, or I personally like Demolitionist a lot. I know the damage perks are great. I just really enjoy throwing my grenade. So that's just what makes Destiny fun for me. And then in PvP, we're going to go something a little bit more classic. I'm either going to choose for Dynamic Sway Reduction, again for that stability, which I don't have on any of my roles yet, and I've been playing a ton of Crucible, or Heating Up, again for that same reason. And in the last and fourth perk column, I'm probably going to be choosing either Rampage or Harmony. Now, for those of you who don't know, we'll probably do a full video on Harmony, just to see how cool it is. If you get a kill with another weapon and then switch to this weapon will do bonus damage for a short amount of time. So, if you're using this with a primary shotgun, and then you switch to your energy, which is this auto rifle, as arc, you're going to do increased damage and have a faster time to kill in the Crucible. You're going to melt those adds just a little bit quicker, which is really nice. So I didn't get any PvE gameplay with this auto rifle yet, but just for the duration of the video, didn't have too much to say on it. As you can see in the background gameplay, it was pretty fun. I would say the one thing that kind of stood out to me was the stability for sure. So again, just making sure you have a decent amount of stability on it, on the roll that you're going for. Does have a decent time to kill. You know, I'm playing in 6s now, so it's not that hard to clean up kills, etc. You're not doing as many one-on-one encounters. Some decent range here. I don't think that's the max. Maybe it is at that range. Still going for it there. So in terms of PvE, I would probably rate this auto rifle, especially this season, something like an 8 out of 10. And then PvP this season, I really don't think it's going to be the viable option. Maybe something along the lines of like a 6.8 out of 10. Nothing absolutely crazy, but certainly fun. And I don't know if this is the norm, but I love the additional perk pool. It's gotten a little bit larger, so that's going to provide an additional reason to grind for weapons. Knowing the perk pool is so large, you can really grind for exactly what you want on that specific weapon. So yeah, if you guys want to keep watching this, the rest of the video will finish out this gameplay where I do get a we ran out of medals on Cauldron with my teammates, and we kind of just demolish this team. It's not really even close. But yeah, get your hands on this auto rifle. Drop a comment below. I'm curious what you think about it. Sorrow's Verse, if you've tried it yet. If you haven't, I recommend at least picking up a version. Me personally, even if I don't think I'm going to use a weapon, I still will try to get the god roll of it and then just tuck it away in my vault. That's just kind of the player I am. Gives me a reason to keep grinding different activities throughout the season, especially when we know this is going to be a longer season. There it is, the we ran. I think I die somewhere here, of course, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on. 2 for 1. Yes. 3 down. I've seen enough. I'm calling this one. Victory well executed.